What is the one spirit guide that you, as an empath or highly sensitive, need to connect with? Or more importantly, what is that spirit guide going to do for you that's going to make you happier and transform your life for the better? Hi, I'm Deepa Lou, and I'm the Creative Mystic, and that's what I'm going to share with you today. So let's get going. I was given the intuitive guidance that your most important spirit guide for you to connect with as an empath or highly sensitive is your self-love spirit guide. Now, the self-love spirit guide is important for everybody on the planet, but for you as an empath and highly sensitive, it is especially important. Why? Because as an empath or highly sensitive, have you struggled to love yourself? Maybe you thought there's something wrong with you. Maybe you have some things you just don't like about yourself. Or maybe you've been trying to love yourself, but you just don't know how. Is that you? Where you've been trying without a lot of success? I know I did. I spent years not liking how sensitive I was. And before I knew I was an empath, I was told all the time, you're too sensitive, and I kept trying to toughen myself up. You know, I don't know if you're like that, but I did, okay? But as much as I tried, it never worked, you know, but there were things about myself I did not like. I even thought there was something wrong with me. Do you feel that way? Like you've heard it so often that you're too sensitive, stop being so sensitive, you know, that you felt like something was wrong with you? Well, this is one of the reasons why Mother of Love wanted me to share with you your most important spirit guide is your self-love spirit guide. And it all starts with your willingness to do something new and different. Your willingness to say, you know what, I'm going to take a step on this journey, on this path to self-love. That's what's going to start to make the difference. You have to be willing. That's the very first step, willingness. Now, how do you do that? Well, first we have to answer the question of why is it so important for you to connect with your spirit guide? Why not just get on that journey of self-love and go plugging along and doing it yourself the best you can? Well, Mother of Love, my spirit guides came to me, my self-love spirit guide came to me and said, here's why it's so important, okay? Because Einstein said it. She said, you can't solve a problem with the same mind that created the problem. So what that means is if you're in the place of disliking you or having self-hatred and criticizing, berating you, that's a certain level of consciousness. When they talk about mind on the spiritual path, they're not talking about your brain, they're talking about your consciousness. Some people would call that attitude. But your consciousness is kind of like the perspective that you pick things up from. Your consciousness is your belief system that creates what you believe life is about, what you act on, what you actually start to become aware of. All that is your consciousness. And you cannot solve a problem with the same consciousness that created that problem. So the self-hatred consciousness of criticism, berating, thinking something's wrong with you, you will never see the solution to how you can love yourself, to actually have self-love. And so your spirit guide shows up for you, your self-love spirit guide shows up for you to help you in loving yourself, in creating the energy, the consciousness of self-love. And so that's why your spirit guides are so important. Now, if you've listened to one of my videos before, you know I work with all these different kinds of spirit guides, and they come to me in visions, and each spirit guide comes to help with a different challenge or problem or energy they want to bring on the planet. Now, you have spirit guides just like that with you, that they're wanting to help you move towards your growth. And the first part of that growth that they want to help you with, and that Mother of Love told me is the most important for you, is loving yourself. Now, I mentioned that the self-love spirit guide is important for everyone, but why is it specifically more important for you as an empath or highly sensitive? Because you've heard, probably since the day you were little, you're too sensitive. Boy, you should work on not being so sensitive. This is like stopping you. This is holding you back. You've been given messages that the average person who's not an empath or highly sensitive hasn't been given. Now, they may have been given other messages, but I have found that empaths and highly sensitives have won that challenge of hearing that programming that there's basically something wrong with you because you're sensitive, which is your very beingness is your sensitivity. As an empath, as a highly sensitive, you're sensitive to energy, to emotions, to sounds, to everything, right? And you've been told that there is something wrong with you and you won't be successful being sensitive. And so we need to help change that programming, but also help you create the new way of being, which is self-love rather than self-hatred, rather than dislike and criticism and berating and thinking something's wrong with you. Your self-love spirit guide is here to help you and zero in on your specific block and to share with you your specific, here's the direction that you need to go in. It's one of the things I do with my clients who are my individual coaching clients is my spirit guide zero in for them. But one of the great things about when you learn how to do it for yourself and connect with your spirit guide and have that deep connection is then you start to also build trust and faith in your intuitive guidance that you're getting. See, when it comes from your spirit guide, there's something about when it comes in like some kind of form for you that you connect with, that you start to feel like you're not alone, you feel like you have a trusted friend. And that's when we're in a human body, that's important for a lot of us, right? You want friends, right? You don't want to be completely alone. It's one of the biggest fears that most people have is being completely alone. Now, you might be someone, because as an empath or highly sensitive, that you go, oh no, I like being alone. I'm not talking about alone time, but most people want a spouse in some form, or you want some friends, even if you like alone time. Isn't that true for you? I know it is for me. I need a certain amount of alone time, but I also, being a Libra, I love having a wife and having someone to share my life with, but I also need alone time. And so that's true for empaths. Now, here's the second reason why, as an empath or highly sensitive, connecting with your spirit guides, first and foremost your self-love spirit guide, because there's many more than this one, but this is the one I was given guidance on. That is the first one that is most important for you to connect with, is your self-love spirit guide, is because as an empath and highly sensitive, you also, pick up on other people's emotions and energies and what they want. And before you know it, right, maybe you have like this heart's desire, something you really want to act on. Maybe it's your purpose or just something you, like a dream to go travel somewhere, but then you get around other people, or especially if you have a significant other, and pretty soon you're like, you're off onto what they want. Has that happened to you? I know it's happened to me. You know, if I'm not doing my strong energy exercises, I can veer off and I'll know, oh, need to go do my practice that I have. Let's slip here. If you don't know what I'm talking about, check out my video, Why is an Empath Not to Focus on Protection, because it has the little exercise in there I'm talking about. I have a full-blown exercise I do. I just show you one little part in there, and I am going to be offering a whole routine, but that's in a later time. But anyway, got off track here a little bit. Let me zip back over here. The most important thing about that is that when you connect with your spirit guides, it helps you know what's true for you. I know as an empath, until I learned how to get my energy strong, I would wonder going, is this my purpose or my desire, or am I picking up on other people's desires? Or like if I would have a shift in energy, like I felt really great, and all of a sudden I'd feel myself feeling sad or something, and I'd be like, is this my sadness or someone else's sadness? That was before I understood like what was really going on with me and how to like take care of my energy. But have you had that? Well, your spirit guide helps you to clarify that. Whenever I'm unclear about something, and lack of clarity I see happens so much more for empaths and highly sensitives, because if we're not being aware at that point and haven't taken care of our energy and made it strong, we're taking on people's desires and energies, and sometimes we think it's ours when it's actually not. And so your spirit guide, when you tune in with them, you start to understand that, oh, here's the guidance I have. And you follow that guidance when you have that deep connection, rather than continuing to doubt. And now this is a practice and a process to get to this place. But this is what I have found from working with my spirit guides that I work with, is that the doubt, I trust my intuition more. I don't feel alone. I know when I'm having a challenge that I go connect with my spirit guides and get an answer for myself. So if you've had this problem of self-hatred, of criticizing yourself, berating yourself, feeling like something's wrong, and also like picking up on other people's energies and not knowing what's true for you, connecting to your spirit guides would be so beneficial and will start to transform your life when you start to go on that journey of self-love. You have to make that choice. Remember, I said the first thing you have to do is you have to be willing. In fact, I recommend you saying it out loud right now in your room or wherever you are watching this, and I am willing to go on the path of self-love. I am willing to get on that journey of loving myself. And put it down in the comments too. Share with me that you're willing, because saying it out loud is so important. Putting it to a voice, putting it out in public is something that you can start to go, oh, yes, I made this commitment, I'm doing it. And so if you're really ready, you're really willing, you said, I'm willing to get on this journey to self-love, to connecting with my spirit guides so I can, be stronger in myself and know what's true for me and start to trust my intuition and connect with my spirit guide, my most important one. I'd love to share with you a program that I was guided to give, because Mother of Love told me to create a 2-month program for you, the empath, the highly sensitive, who's ready to actually start to love yourself, who's ready to connect with your higher consciousness of your spirit guides so that you can actually start to really truly love yourself and come from that higher consciousness. I'd love to see you join that class, okay? It starts this coming Thursday. Now, if you're seeing this after this Thursday, please still go and check it out, because I'll be doing another one. You can check it out at deepalu.com/spiritual workshops. And if you have any questions, please reach out to me, because this self-love spirit guide is one of your most important guides. It's going to transform your life for the better. Now, if you like what you've heard, please subscribe, share, give me a like. It all helps my channel. And if you have any questions, please put them in the comments. Blessings. Remember, greatness is within you. It's time to shine your light. Have a miraculous day. If you have any of the challenges that I just mentioned in this video, and you're ready to I'm ready to let this go, I'm ready to heal this self-hatred, get on the journey, the path of self-love, I invite you to check out my Connect to Your Self-Love Spirit Guide program. It is going to be not only a spiritual experience of teaching you how to connect with your guides and trusting the intuition, the messages that you get from them, but it's also going to be a healing space so that you can actually heal and let go of. That's what healing is letting go of all that is holding you back, the criticism, the berating, because I tell people, shifting from the path of self-hatred to the path of self-love, it's a process. And so Mother of Love guided me to put this over 2 months so that you have this space of a group of people to help you in this journey so that you're not doing it alone. So if you'd like to check it out, go to deepalu.com/spiritual workshops. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'd love to hear from you. And if you're not ready yet to go get support, just put down in the comments at least that you're willing to get on the path of self-love, because I'd love to see you do that. Now, if you like what you've heard, please subscribe, share, give me a like. It all helps my channel. And if you have any questions, please put them in the comments. Blessings. Remember, greatness is within you. It's time to shine your light. Have a miraculous day.